Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to the Real Long Walk. I need some boats. Let's make some boats. Yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good, what day is today? Today is Wednesday. Good old Camel Day. I noticed that's what I named one of the episodes a while back. Camel Day, Hump Day. Middle of the week, over the hill. Things of that nature. Jack and Jill. Not really related. It rhymes, which is probably why that's in the original rhyme, but very unrelated, though. You know, especially if you consider a movie. Though, I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen the movie Jack and Jill. Completely unrelated to the topic. Hopefully everybody's having a good week so far. I did miss Monday's episode. I do apologize. Wasn't quite in the mood to record much that day. And these I don't really record too much in advance. Maybe a day in advance, but not too many days in advance. I do like to keep these somewhat relevant. Although, mentioning the movie Jack and Jill is not any sort of argument in my corner for any sort of relevancy. So perhaps I'm terrible at that sort of thing, keeping things relevant. But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good week. Mine's been all right. Beginning of the week sucked, but it didn't suck. There's nothing to write home about. I was mostly home, but I would not have, if I had been away from home, I would not have written to home to tell about it. If that makes any sense, which I highly doubt it did. Oh my, I'm choking. I just got done eating a very early breakfast, so that's a mistake. My mouth is still producing saliva, and there's nothing in my mouth to absorb it. That's how it works, right? Yeah, that's how it works. It's still producing saliva, and I almost choked on it. Let me wash it down with a little bit of Sprite. Non-sponsored Sprite. It would be the worst thing in the world to be sponsored by Sprite. Really suck if you got sponsored by Sprite and then suddenly got diabetes, though. That would really suck. I guess you just have to go to like that or something. Anyway, wow, that's completely off topic. Yes. Expect that this morning. Expect it very much. What to talk about? I really don't know what to talk about. What do you guys want me to talk about? You can give me topics if you so wish. I guess I could talk about new series on the channel. If you haven't seen it, it is Vanilla Swirl CTM. I've teamed up with my buddy Tonic to do that. I mentioned it in the last episode or episode before last. Last episode, I think. Yeah, we've recorded a few episodes of it, and it's a pretty fun map. There are going to be a few times where there may be some anger. We definitely recorded some last night. Although I have to say a lot of the anger was not on camera. We got in a situation, and we were trying to get out of that situation, and by trying to get out of the situation, we just got stickier and stickier, and let's just say some anger surged forward. If I had been a Jedi, Vanilla Swirl CTM would have ended my career. Fortunately, I guess for Jedi, you know, if you end your career as a Jedi, you know, the Sith are always open, you know, for enrollment a bit. So that, I mean, it's not like you wouldn't have options if you were to get fired from the Jedi, but yes, I would have lost my Master status if that had been what I had been. So yeah, there's gonna be some anger in that series. I heard some tonic anger too. Having worked with Chris worked with him for a good almost 5 years, and knowing how much of a temper he had, it was a little bit nostalgic. The little bit that I heard, he was mostly calm, about it, but he did get pretty pissed off once. You guys aren't going to get to see that. That was off camera, but yeah. I think probably made him kind of nostalgic too for how pissed off I got, because I used to get pretty bad pissed off too. It was a little bit, there when we worked together at Toys R Us, it was a bit tit for tat about the anger issues. I'm not sure which one of us was a tit and which one was a tat, but it was something like that anyway. So yeah, that series is going to be entertaining to some people anyway. It may not always be entertaining to us, but hopefully it will be entertaining to somebody out there in YouTubeville. Also makes me a little nervous about continuing live streaming. I'm going to keep live streaming it for sure, but yeah, oh boy. I'm a little nervous what I've gotten myself into now. I am really quite nervous now. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I expect it will be though. And speaking of live streaming, I didn't do too much last week. I only streamed Tuesday and Wednesday, I think. Last week, I'm probably going to stream today some point, so I may be streaming as you're watching this. So if I am, feel free to check over on the Gatekeepers Live channel. And, oh, you know what? I guess I can go over here and sleep, can't I? It's like, I'm going to look for land when it gets dark. Hey, here is land. Go sleep, Shook. Go sleep. Yeah, go over to the Gatekeepers Live channel, and I may be live streaming it. So if anger is your cup of tea, you might get a good cupful. Maybe a bucketful. And other things that rhyme with bucket. If you know what I mean, and I'm sure you do. What to talk about now? I've been playing Deponia. If you haven't checked that series out, go look at it. I've talked about it before though, so I'm not going to talk too much about Deponia. Talked about it many a time, and I really do like that series. I really do like that game, and I think it's going to be a good series. So yeah. Well, I've been watching stuff on Netflix here lately. I've still got Netflix. I probably had it longer than I feel comfortable, but I guess I'll keep it at least for another month or two. I've been watching Futurama. That's a really entertaining show, I think. I'd watched a good bit of it before. I can't really remember how much of it I watched before. I know I watched all of the original seasons of it and the movies, and at least half of the newer season. It was originally on Fox. Fox canceled it. They made some movies. They made 4 movies, and then Comedy Central got them, and they made, I think, 2 seasons. On Netflix, it's a little weird, the way they did it. I think I know that I was kind of keeping up with Futurama. When I watched it, it was just when Comedy Central got it that I got to watching it on Netflix originally. I think so. Maybe not. Anyway, I kind of got stalled at a certain part of it. It was at the halfway point of season 7, I think. That was, they started, a lot of TV shows started doing the split seasons thing, Hey, you want 26 episodes? Well, we're going to give you 13, and then we're going to make you wait about 3 months. That sort of deal for the rest, so. I think that's when I got a little bit stalled, but maybe I watched a little bit past it. I can't remember. I'm at that point now, and some of it seems vaguely familiar, but perhaps not. I have such a terrible memory that it's just terrible. A memory is a terrible thing to terrible thing to do something with, or something like that. Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I've really been enjoying it again. It's got some good storytelling, I think, to it. Some good sci-fi, sci-fi elements. They take advantage of that. Advantage, is that what it said? Good advantage of that genre to, even though it's a comedy, they're able to do interesting things with the genre while, keeping it funny. Like some of the weird time travel stuff that they wind up doing. I watched one just earlier about how they built a time machine, but it could only travel forward in time. So the accidental things that could happen to that, Hey, we're just going to keep traveling forward in time until somebody invents a backwards traveling time machine. That sort of deal. So I think they really take advantage of that. In most instances. I'm having trouble talking right now, aren't I? In most instances, okay. The word was mostly said, so move along, Shook. Believe it or not, I did take speech therapy when I was in Head Start. Yeah, it was in Head Start. Believe it or not. I guess that really helped because I think I was way worse than I am now. Of course, mostly it's just when I'm trying to talk kind of fast. I have trouble talking. Yeah, Futurama is pretty entertaining. If you haven't watched it, then you probably not for you, because you probably would have had a chance to watch it at some point. It's been around since, I think, 99 was when the first season came out, so you've had a chance to watch it at some point. Very likely. So if you have, and you enjoyed it, then you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, then you probably didn't enjoy it. And if somehow you haven't really heard too much about it, then give it a try. You might like it. It's made by the same people who made The Simpsons, and I have watched a good bit of Simpsons. I watched most of the seasons, getting caught up when the first movie came out. I say the first movie like they made a second one. I don't think they made a second movie. But way back when they made it, the Simpsons movie, I got caught up with the with The Simpsons for the most part, and I enjoyed it pretty well. It's a good show. But I think the science fiction element is what makes Futurama a lot more interesting to me. Plus, I don't really remember. I know there was a lot of good episodes of The Simpsons, obviously, but I don't know, some of the drama and storytelling in Futurama, I think, is really well done. Like there's an episode with a dog in Futurama. If you're like, oh, that stupid episode, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's just say that's quite an interesting episode. For a comedy sci-fi show, that episode right there in particular, you know, is quite. It's just very good at evoking certain emotions from people. One of my coworkers, he's watched Futurama and a lot of Futurama, and I was like, yeah, the dog episode. He was like, oh man, that one's so sad, and I'm like, yes, it is so sad. Why they have to do that? But it's I think a lot of the drama and stuff is a lot, maybe a little bit better done than The Simpsons. Maybe, I don't know. It's been a long time since I watched The Simpsons, but I don't remember any particular episodes that, you know, were really good at, you know. I definitely remember laughing a good bit at The Simpsons, but I don't remember any episodes that were like, ooh, this is dramatic. This is making me feel other things than just, haha. You know what I mean? There probably are. There probably were some, but I don't remember it. But when I remember when I was watching that, when that episode came on, I was like, oh crap, is this the one about the dog? You know, I instantly remembered, you know, crap. And there's a few moments in it that I remembered specifically, like, oh man, this one's interesting for reasons. Made it sound really pervy, didn't it? I didn't mean it for perviness. But yeah, it just seems like Futurama seems to be a little bit better at you know, maybe it's because the characters you seem to be continually built upon that makes you feel a little bit more attached to them, I guess. And, you know, of course, if you like the character, then you can, even though it's a comedy, you can do more with it. You know, you can do some more, you know, some more dramatic stuff. And I do know one of the things that Simpsons is really funny about is, you know, the show's been on for 27 years. It's almost as old as I am. And none of the characters seem to have aged, you know. So, I mean, I think there were definitely some continuity things, you know, that were important in the show, but you didn't ever really feel it, you know what I mean? Of course, I could be wrong. I'm basing this off of old memories, and it's actually making me want to watch The Simpsons, and watching this is actually making me want to watch The Simpsons again. Maybe, you know, that same, you know, sense of humor, you know, even more of it, because there's definitely been a lot more Simpsons episodes since I watched it last. But yeah, in Futurama, one thing I do like is that they do continually move the characters forward, if you know what I mean. The episodes that I'm watching now, it's like, yeah, it's the year 3010. And then the episodes that started in it was the year 3000. The beginning of the millennium. So that's another thing I like about it. Characters definitely feel like time has passed. Okay, there it went. That was weird. Now it's clicking. Why wasn't it clicking? Why you no click when I ask you to click? Click! Thank you. Oh, great. Is my right mouse button going out? My right mouse button is going out. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, really. Am I in the boat? Yep, I'm in the boat. I did have to click it at least twice to get in the boat. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, you should check it out. You might like it. Of course, if you're somebody who has watched The Simpsons and never watched Futurama, unless you are a super big sci-fi nut, or fan, I should say, probably would say you're probably not going to enjoy it. Because it does have similar sense of humor. I think anyway. I'm sure it does. It still has kind of that physical humor, of like Homer choking Bart. Not exactly that, but it's definitely people hitting on the head and everything. It's definitely got some physical comedy in it. And although if you really like science fiction and you didn't like The Simpsons, but you do really, but if you really do like science fiction, then it might be something you would like. That might be the selling point to you. Yeah. Point is, I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to finishing it, I guess I should say. It got canceled again. That show can't stay on the air, apparently. Even though I know a lot of people like it. The last episodes I've watched, I've enjoyed, but I haven't enjoyed like the old one. So I guess that is probably one reason why it lost its appeal, I guess. Not saying I'm not enjoying them, but I'm on average, the older ones, I enjoy better than the ones I'm watching now. So yeah, I guess that's one reason why. It's hard to keep a show going forever. Some shows are able to do it, but a lot aren't. I've heard complaints about The Simpsons. About how The Simpsons are, the newer seasons are not as good as the older ones, and it's probably true. But yeah, it's hard to keep that going. Very few shows are able to do that. I know one show that has been able to do that pretty well is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That show is still crazy. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end the episode here. I think the moral of the story is it's a mine shaft. It may be a mine shaft. That may or may not be a mine shaft. It probably is. That's not the moral of the story. Moral of the story is Shook can't stay relevant. Yeah, that's the moral of the story. 1,151,496. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And yeah, this is the end of the episode. I do sincerely hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you're watching this, check the Gatekeepers Live channel, or my Twitter account, of course. See if I've gone live. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Farewell.